Hello everyone, and welcome back to Nihongaku, a story of Japan. Last time we started the Edo period. This time, let's try and finish it. Where were we? Some cities grew in various ways. Still blocking off the Chinese here. It would be nice if we could eventually get... we must already have that. Yeah, we gotta upgrade these guys. We don't have enough money. We don't have enough iron, that's the problem. Which means I have to upgrade... Who do I have to upgrade? The samurai. Which means I have to get rifling. So we're going to shift-click rifling. Perfect. Although... Oh, we just have to get this iron up here. What am I thinking? What am I saying? We just have to get... I have to just buy this... I have to send a worker up there and buy the tile. Which we're going to do, as I said last time, after we finish this mine. So we're all good. I remember now. So what's going on in Japan at this period? Right now, this is like 1735 is exactly when, as I talked about last time, Tokugawa Yoshimune, the shogun at the time, was dealing with droughts and famines across the country and was solidifying the agricultural infrastructure and incorporating maize into the agriculture and taking tips and bringing in other outside foreign scientific practices for agriculture generally. But I believe that I talked about that all last time. Right now, where should we send this cargo ship? Send to Osaka or Tokyo, which we don't really need to do. I could send it to Tokyo, so Tokyo is like just bigger and can hold off the Chinese better, but I kind of want some more money, so let's try highest gold delta. Okay, that sucks. Much rather just give the Chinese the extra 3 and we get the extra 4. It's good for us. Satsuma, what do you want to build? I haven't been paying attention to the resource demands. I rarely ever pay attention to these. It's just like, when it happens, it happens. Satsuma, I think, could go for a workshop for now, because they have a lot of things to build. And that'll speed things up. In Kyoto, I say we build a musicians guild, since it's always nice to get those guilds at some point. Better now than wait until the 20th century. Okay, so this is the ship we were going to send around to the White Sea. I still have to look that up. I don't actually know I think it's the White Sea. Just found Iceland over there. Right there. So what's going on what else is happening in Japan right now? In the 18th century, let's see. In the 18th century, the Russian, just like in America, this is also happening at the same time, or maybe a little later in America, but in the 18th century, Russians, who, as you well know, Russia is much farther over to the west, the main area of Russia, they began to send fur trappers and other people, colonists, out into Siberia to the east. And those people, as time went on, eventually got closer and closer to, and basically got like, let's see, let's look at a map, like over here, especially in the late 18th century, got very close to Japan, which started making the Japanese nervous, although it doesn't happen quite yet. We'll talk about that later. Kagoshima, I say we focus on production or food growth right now. Either aqueduct or workshop. Let's see. Let's make an aqueduct just to catch up on population a little bit. We got Kuam, as my old physics teacher used to say. Kulam. So what are we gonna... We did freedom. Although that's not for a long time. Statue of Liberty. We could save this guy, or we could not save him. I'm not really sure. Seems like a waste to not use him immediately, but at the same time, where are we going to put him? We can put him over in Satsuma, I guess. I mean, Kyoto just is already kind of saturated. Could put it on the island, but I kind of want to keep Kyoto growing, to be quite frank. There's no room in Tokyo. Not really room in... I mean, there is kind of room in Osaka, but Osaka's so far away. I don't really know if there's any point in putting it there. Kagoshima's going to have a lot of production. Let's... I'm hesitant about this, but I'm going to move him over to Satsuma. Keep going. I'd like it if this guy just moved automatically, so we're going to try to make him do that. Otherwise, in Japan, there is a couple very important. There were a couple very important scholars born in the early, I think, pretty early 18th century. The main one being Motoori Norinaga, who was a big proponent in the later part of the century of the Mito school, which is a school of scholarly thought that took on a huge amount of popularity, like in the last couple decades of the 18th century, and then especially in the 19th century. And they were proponents of they wanted to focus on like Japanese kind of nativism, like inherent Japanese characteristics. So they didn't they were kind of against a lot of Chinese learning, and they wanted to focus on particularly Motoori Norinaga liked or focused a lot on the Kojiki, which is the like origin myth text that was written in 1712. We talked about a long time ago. Let's give these guys, let's give them Coastal Raider. Since they're privateers, we might as well. Come over here. And this nativism becomes very important, especially in the 19th century. We're not quite there yet. Another one of his Norinaga's friends, to a certain extent, was a man named Ogyu Sorai. Although they differed on opinion. I think Ogyu Sorai liked Confucianism. I don't remember exactly, but I think Sorai believed that Confucianism could be applied to modern Japan, and Norinaga didn't think that, but I don't remember exactly. We do have, oh look, we got a Japanese great artist. Right now, let's see. I think we're getting to the point in the game where we're just gonna, we don't even have room for a great work, so let's just start a Golden Age. And let's choose a new policy. And let's finish out exploration, perfect. Not that the finisher is that great, but the extra 4 gold is nice. I mean, from each trade route. Osaka, you could build another, we don't really need any of these other things. Constabulary would be pretty good. Opera House, I guess. Let's build an Opera House, and then let's put another cargo ship. Or not. Actually, yeah. And then cargo ship, and then privateer. Perfect. Oh, Sweden. So I knew there was going to be at least one person up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One more guy. God damn. Where could he be? Not Australia, right? Probably nowhere in the Pacific, unless it's... I didn't think about that. It could be Polynesia or something. So I should send this... Where is he? Sweden has announced the unmet player, so it's someone Sweden has met. Which I guess still could be Polynesia, but it's less likely. It's more coal from Hanoi. Here's our privateer. I'm going to send this guy, just in case, I'm going to send him into the Pacific. Honestly, my geography is terrible, so... I think this is... Well, where would Polynesia even spawn? Hawaii is just too small. Is this Hawaii right here? I don't know. Probably like over here or something. Just going to send this down here. Finish off this mother crapper. Well, actually, no. It's a oh, wait. Oh, what? Why are those things on? I don't know how to turn those off. Quick combat. Single player quick combat. Here we go. All right. I realized I've been forgetting to actually play with the mods recently, but it doesn't really matter because they mainly just exist to speed things up in the later game. So now that I remembered, it's fine. In Tokyo, let's see. I'm gonna maybe go for an opera house and then start building up some more military units. I mean, we don't really have that much more room in Tokyo, but it still would be nice to have a few more of it just for safety. Okay, why did I send this guy here? I knew I had to send him up here. Okay. Oh crap, that was a bad idea. I need this guy to be escorted. So I'm gonna send this privateer back up there, escort the worker, and then bring him down to the South Pacific. Just going back and forth. It's kind of annoying. Let's see. Persia adopted order. Are they the second person after us to adopt? I don't see any reason to. I don't know why he wants open borders. Do you have a ship around here? It doesn't look like it. I cannot believe that China put a city all the way down here. Ugh! And look at this frickin' Zulu put some guys here. Holy crap. These guys are insane. Man, these are such good places to put cities. Should not have. Of course, China's putting another city down there. They must be unhappy. They're probably not, but I wish they were. We could put a... Oh yeah, we still have to put... Yeah, we have plenty of city locations up in the north. A civilian was captured. By whom? By whom? What civilian? Who is this? No. Oh. Crap. What the hell? Rescue him! This guy has to be upgraded. No, he can't be upgraded. Shit. This privateer is going to have to come down and rescue that guy again. God damn it. These guys gave me a cannon, which is good. Keep that right there. Got Thoreau, which is just a century too early, but that's pretty good timing. Going to write a political treatise. And have a samurai up here, which we're just going to camp out with. Let's see, anything else to do? Barbarians broke our city connection between Osaka and Kyoto. You think they could just go around the other direction. Right, Kyoto. Whoops. Dropped my damn ring. Sorry about that. In Kyoto... Bank. Okay. In Kyoto, she did Kubla Khan a stately pleasure dome decree. Alright. Oh, look, Greece is all the way up here. What the hell? Yeah, Antwerp. I don't care. Okay. We're not really going to be getting any farther here. If the Germans are here or something, which it doesn't look like they are, but maybe they are, we're not going to be finding them with boats. It can't be them. Who is the other person? Not Morocco, because we'd see Morocco. Love how the Ottomans have cities over here, and these are the Ottomans, right? Yeah. What the hell is this? Oh, a hidden antiquities site. I don't think I've ever actually seen this symbol before, because I almost never play with these little icons on. Spain has declared war on Zulu. Good. What if we can get someone to go to war with Persia? Even better, we could get someone to go to war with China. Get Persia and China to go to war. That would be perfect. Alright, we got to solve this situation up here. Which means... Let's see. Putting this worker on land, he can make it this turn. Yes. And then killing this guy. And then we should be able to get our worker back as soon as possible. I turned animations off. Didn't I? Ah. Let's see. Single player quick... this is going to do the thing where it turns it off every time. Well, we're just going to have to play with that for now. This happens sometimes where if you turn combat animations off, it just, like, immediately puts it back on. I really don't know why. We're going to just kind of have this Caravel Explorer for now. We're not really going to be catching up to this guy. So, no point in chasing him with more than one person. I'm hoping he doesn't go anywhere. So close to killing this Caravel. Whatevs. This guy just camped out. Not much happening. Not much that I particularly want to talk about happening in Japan right now. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really think so. I mean, there's one... So in this period, kind of along with the Mito school that I mentioned earlier, which is the nativist school, that was like a... I think it was like a smaller part of the grander idea of Kokugaku, which means like country studies or polity studies, specifically referring to Japan, of course. And that was definitely a nativist, nationalist, scholarly group, which was becoming big in the 18th century. Don't kill them. Move in and take them, you dumbass. Why are you not taking them? Why must you do this to me? You gotta take the workers, buddy. Don't frickin' it. Oh, so I have to do that manually. Alright, I'll try to remember that next time. Satsuma. I just remembered I was gonna buy something, but I don't remember what I was gonna upgrade some guys, maybe? Never mind. Making a castle in Satsuma. Tokyo, stoneworks, please. Luckily, the worker finished the stone before he got taken. Right. We were gonna buy this iron, so yeah, let's do that. Not even too expensive. Yeah, we can upgrade our crossbowmen now. Which is pretty good. Of course, the Chinese have their ironclads already. Are they ahead of us in technology? They have 44, we 41. They are. Darius has 46, so we need to get scientific theory out so we can catch up to these guys. I'm not going to kill my worker. That would not be a good idea. Or I will leave this archer here in case the worker decides to come back on land. What else? Yeah. Kind of want to... China's just has gone absolutely ridiculous. I don't get it. I feel like they should have more points. Oh, because they don't have a religion, that's why. I mean, they're still not doing... Like, points-wise, they're still not doing terribly well. We should become allies with more city-states. That would help us out a lot. We're kind of running out of city-states that are actually near us. Scientific theory, excellent. Please build a public school. Man, it doesn't even take that long. Let's add public school to this guy. Oh, is Tokyo on production focus or something? They are. However, even on default, they'll still do it, so that's fine. These guys are also on production focus. And we are going to put a public school in there. Science is a priority. And this guy, oh, perfect. Okay, so I have to manually make this guy move on to, let's see. No, don't rage attack. Move mode. Yes, and make sure not to kill this guy. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. And just upgrade this guy for the hell of it. What do I have to tell you what to do every turn? Come on. Soon we'll have iron. And the good thing about China is that if we have naval superiority, we can just totally force them in here, and they're not really going to be able to do anything because it is such a choke point. And if we take control of the choke point, then we should be good. We're definitely in a disadvantaged position right now, but all right, now this guy's going to explore down here. Been waiting decades for that. We could even put a city just right here. Got 3 pearls. No, we actually should make a settler. I'm gonna put a settler as the next thing in the queue for Kyoto after the public school. Probably put him right here, which I think is where we were talking about before. It's an absolutely excellent place. Kagoshima will also be able to make a... No, man, why? It doesn't matter. I don't even care if you like me, to be honest. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Kagoshima will be able to make a observatory, but it's not really gonna mean that much right now. While they're still low population. Add settler. Still 2 turns. I feel like a settler should be 1 turn at this point. And this worker has nothing else to do in Kyoto, or Tokyo. And there's plenty of coal down here. Satsuma is also decently unimproved. Osaka is also decently unimproved. But there's no worker down here at all, so I'm gonna send a worker down to Satsuma. Might need to make a 3rd worker at some point. Let's put this guy over here. And cargo ship, so let's bring this guy to Kyoto. I probably still haven't made a lot of national wonders. East India Company, yeah, we have to focus on that. So let's try to make a market in Kagoshima. Because I want to get some money. Market in Kagoshima. Market here. And public school after that. We'll probably have a market everywhere else. Let's check. Yeah. We want to get lots of money because we are going to try to go for a diplomatic victory. So that being said, are we still going to put this guy here in Satsuma? I think so. Satsuma needs to be a better city than it is. Please. I can't believe the World Congress still hasn't been founded. Jeez. Where is this guy? Is there could be... I mean, I guess... Oh, actually, I didn't even think about this. Russia could be someone who is over here. Which means... I mean, I feel like we would have seen them, but I guess not with, like, the Chinese wall between us and anyone to the west of them. I don't know who else, because there's this huge swath of unknown territory here, but I mean, this is all like kind of either desert or Siberia, so it would have pretty much have to be Russia. I'm trying to think who else would be over there. Okay. What could we send? Ooh, that's a lot of money, and it doesn't give them any money. Oh my god, it gives them 2. That's good. Definitely doing that. It's not looking like we're going to get to the end of the Edo period this episode, unfortunately. But we will get iron, which is the most important thing in the world for our navy. Getting frame drops again. Why? Why am I getting frame drops? Why? Why does this happen? I'm thinking about buying some of these, or buying maybe all of these tiles so China doesn't get them. Because it'll be a total waste because China can't work them anyway. So, might have to do that. We're still... Oh, we have a spy in Hong Kong, right? Yes. Good. Let's look what's going on in Persepolis. Not much. Building great war infantry. God. That's disturbing. No longer friends with Ife. That shouldn't do that much to us. I think they're religious. And speaking of which, I haven't spread my religion in a long time, but it seems to be spreading by itself. This is Zoroastrianism, right? Or this is Hinduism, sorry. Look at frickin' God. Darius with his people all the way over here. How do you even get in there? How is there not war between these guys? Golden Age has ended, alas. There's coal here. Well, I don't really actually need that much coal. Can I sell some coal? That could be something that I... Yeah, okay, you're not going to give me anything because you're mad. This guy likes me. Let's sell some stuff to him. 5... Let's try 5 for 9. He probably won't do it, but... However, I will do that. That's good. Fine by me. Anyone else want coal? You want coal, lady? 5 for 7. She probably has some already, but not even close to a fair deal. Alright. You're not getting my coal. Wow, that's some frame drops. Excuse me, cat. Okay, let's just play till 1800. That should wrap up the video anyway, since it's been a long time. Otherwise, yeah, we're getting our public schools, which will catch us up to the rest of the crowd. That's exactly what we need. That's pretty much the last. Oh, I guess there's research. What are they? Research what's? Research academies or something. Research labs. That's the last in science thing. It's actually pretty quickly after public school. Where is public school? Where are we right now? Oh, we already finished it. Hiroshima can fire upon enemy. Just kill this guy! Oh my god, why does it take so long? Kill him! Why can't you guys just run out there with your swords? We will have... let's see. Let's actually... Oh, should we... I'm gonna cancel... Whoops, this guy's on here. I'm gonna cancel fertilizer... Nope. And go straight for military science. Because... I think that or actually, why are we going for military science? What am I doing? Why was I ever going for military science? I was trying to go for rifling. Going for rifling, and then we're going for fertilizer. Because I would like to bring our army up to speed. Definitely the most important thing so China doesn't attack us, knock on wood. China don't attack us this turn. I'm gonna be mad. How close are we? Great musician. Kind of nice if we got a great scientist at some point. Not really anywhere close to that. Probably have to put it on science focus. Actually, we might do that. Might just put our cities on science focus. I'm gonna play this next turn, just so I remember to do that. And that'll actually put us at perfect timing, because in 1804 is when things definitely, like, beginning in 1800 is when things start heating up in Japan, in terms of, like, the previous 200 centuries of, or 200 years of stability, quote-unquote stability, kind of begin to crumble down with incursions from the outside world and stuff. So we'll talk about that next time. Let's make a pagoda here, and Tokyo didn't have a pagoda yet? Jeez. Alright, let's make a musketman. Actually, let's make a, where is it? Privateer. I figure there's no point in making a musketman. We're just gonna have to upgrade him a year later anyway. What does this do? Does that get us a great scientist faster? It does. This does nothing. It only gets us a great merchant faster. Okay. How about these guys on science? That's good. That creates us a great scientist in 36 turns. Yeah, so let's put him on science focus for a little bit. Okay, so it does not appear that there's anyone down here. Alas. Alas. We have to find the last person. I really should have gone all the way through up here and seen if someone like Russia or Germany was over there. I should have just got open borders. I love that Greece has Denmark. It's pretty funny. But if Greece has Denmark, that means that at least Germany probably isn't here, right? Because Greece can't have gotten all the way up there and then without anyone in between them. I mean, I guess they could have, since Persia's here and then they got all the way over here with India in between them, but I don't know. This game's pretty ridiculous. Kagoshima is starving. Oh, because of these idiots. Okay, we're just going to kill this guy, and then we're going to save and quit. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I look forward to hopefully finishing off the Edo or Tokugawa period with you next time. Bye-bye.